Josh Gates from Travel Channel's Expedition Unknown, and you're listening to Into the Other Side Paranormal Talk Radio.
Alright, this is David giving you an update, the first update for 2017. And of course, if you don't know, this would be Into the Other Side Paranormal Talk Radio. Going to be a little bit quiet today. I have all of my equipment at work currently, so it can't be super loud because the walls are paper thin, so I don't want to disturb anyone else. But an update basically for this and everything else that's happening. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened between the last time you heard us to right now. Let's see where we can start here. Jason obviously is not here. He is probably working right now, actually, as we're talking. But he obviously can't be in the current studio that I'm in, because that is where I work. Jason's still very busy with work. Not as terrible as it used to be. I don't think he's working 7 days a week anymore, which is, got to be a good thing for them. But he is still pretty busy. Me, I actually just, not just, in August I started a new position as the Director of Programming and Content for our local access television station here in Washington Courthouse, Ohio. So that's kept me pretty busy since late August till now. And 2017 is looking to be very, very busy as well. Basically, I help shoot and create content for our local station, as well as create bulletins for a 24/7 community announcement carousel that runs. But we are trying to make new original content and different shows and things. We actually, over the course of October and into, actually it's still, the reruns are still playing now. We showed the last season or so of Resident Undead, as many of you probably have heard us talk about or have even maybe seen before online, and that was pretty well received. But basically, yeah, that's where we are at this point. We haven't been able to figure out a good course of action to get both of us back in studio. Our schedules have been pretty well conflicting for quite a while now. Basically, the issue is, as it always has been, when I'm free, Jason's not. When Jason's free, I'm not. The times that we have, had the same time off, we haven't been able to mesh very well. It hasn't been the easiest thing over the last however many months it's been. But we have been talking about it. We would like to continue the show going forward. I'm going to try my best to put forward content of any kind, really. If it's just going to be me in the studio, I will try to come up with different things periodically. It might not happen, all the time, obviously, but I will try to come up with some content to put on here for all of you to listen to. Whenever we can get back in the studio together, that'll be great. We just have to wait and see how it all plays out, and hopefully that'll be soon, so we can get some more regular stuff coming back out to you. Another update on my end. Let's see how to put this. for many of you out there, especially many of you around our part of the country, you may or may not have heard of a location in northern Ohio called the Madison Seminary. It's in Madison, Ohio, Lake County. It's about a 10-15 minute drive from there to Lake Erie. It's up around Geneva on the lake and all that kind of stuff. I bring up Madison Seminary to inform you all that Madison Seminary is under new ownership, and that new owner is our good friend Adam Kimmel. And with that came the opportunity for me to be able to work more directly with Adam, and I am the current manager of the Madison Seminary. Obviously, I can't be up there all the time because I'm about 3.5 hours away from Madison Seminary, but I take and handle all the phone calls and things like that and schedule private teams and what have you. Madison Seminary, well, the first time that we went there, the first time that Soapy went there was either 2011 or 2012. I don't remember. Actually, it could have been 2010. Long time ago by this point. It was in okay shape then. Everything was still running smoothly for the previous owners there. Over the last few years, the previous ownership really didn't have the time or the energy to put into Madison Seminary anymore. They had really stopped promoting it. It was few and far between the teams that would actually be able to get into Madison Seminary to investigate for a private overnight. That is no longer the case. We have since took it over, and we are doing our best to accommodate everyone. And that's, I don't bring that up to say that the previous ownership they just didn't care or anything like that. They were very great people, very nice people. One of the family members who acted as their tour guide or like the caretaker, I believe at one time had 3 to 4 different jobs. The father of the family had a few different jobs and had some very high profile things he was doing, so he really couldn't devote time either. So it was in their best interest to sell, and that is where we stepped in. So we now operate the Madison Seminary, and I'm just going to run down the information for anyone who would happen to be interested in Madison Seminary, for whether it be a private overnight, tours, anything like that. A lot of our weekends are reserved for Ghost Hunts USA events. You can find that information just going to ghosthuntsusa.com or find them on Facebook. For our private investigations at Madison Seminary, our weekdays, which are considered Sunday through Thursday, the pricing for that is $300 for your team. That pricing is set up for teams of up to 10 people. So if you've got a group with 10 people in it, $30 a person gets you into Madison Seminary for an overnight. The pricing is essentially reflective of the fact that the property needs a lot, and by a lot I mean a lot of work done to it. We've already accomplished a lot in the short time that we've had the building, but there's still plenty more to go. Every dime, well, I can't say every dime, almost every dime of what's brought in from Ghost Hunts USA or the private investigations goes to the repairs that are needed or the restoration that we're trying to do for the building. I say most because the rest of that goes toward paying off the building itself and then the monthly bills. So we're not in this to to steal people's money to try to get rich. Literally all of this is going back into the building in one aspect or another, whether it's the restoration or whether it's the bills to keep the light on. So anyway, $300 for up to 10 people. You don't have to have 10 people to investigate. I believe the minimum number of people that you have to have on premises is 2, but the pricing doesn't change. So whether you've got 2 or 10, the pricing for the weekdays is $300. A $100 security deposit is required with that within 3 days of booking your date. So just remember that. That is so we can get you on the calendar and get your date locked in. So you make sure that you have it and no one else can get it. Weekends. What weekends we do have for this year? Fridays and Saturdays. The cost is $500. Again, that is to try to accommodate groups of up to 10 people. So if you have 10 people, $50 a person. The security deposit for the weekend rate is $200. Also due within 3 days of making your reservation. Basically, whenever you are coming to the seminary for your investigation, within a week or so before you show up, let us know what time you'd like to plan to arrive at the property. So the hours for your investigation are essentially whenever you decide to show up, or whatever time you decide on to show up at the building, to 10 a.m. the next morning. Now, we do that in case people would like to catch some sleep before they hit the road in the morning. If they'd like to stick around, maybe try to get breakfast or something in the morning, that's what that's there for. But yes, we are open and available to take your reservations for private overnights, and you can call the office line at Madison Seminary, which is 440-290-9572, and you will more than likely hear me on the other end when the phone gets answered. I will say that the office hours that we have set up, I am typically at work until the last few hours of those office hours. So if I don't answer the phone right away, be assured that I will get back to you on the same day most of the time. Unless something drastic comes up, I will always return your phone calls the same day. So there's that. I manage the Madison Seminary. I help with a lot of things on that end. 2017 is looking to be a very busy year for all of us. Jason and I have talked about trying to get all of our stuff back on track here. We've just, like I said, we haven't been in a good way here at Otherside Studios, so we're going to try to get that all back in line and put back together so we can get some more things accomplished. Mainly the radio show. We had such an amazing time so far doing this radio show, and we want to see it come back to what it used to be. I know you get sick of me listening to me give updates or whatever else, but it is what it is. So until we can both get back in the studio, I will try to provide some more content for everyone on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. Just see how kind of busy I get. But 2017 is going to be just a busy time. I'm going to be doing a lot of filming for work, and we've already got plenty of that scheduled out. We don't have anything for Otherside Studios scheduled filming-wise yet, but we're definitely still in the planning stages for a lot of things that were supposed to start happening from last year. But I'm going to be filming with some other private productions as well over 2017, so David's schedule is going to be pretty busy, but we are going to do our best to get everything back on track for all of you guys. So, short kind of thing today. Well, 15 minutes, not all that short. But I just wanted to